Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithellie.com, and I'm going to be going today featuring our day one of our craft alone. This is all about phone falls. This is the one where I partner with my friend Joey, and I think I am enjoying a lot partnering with her because her designs are always really cool, and you're gonna see that all the designs in this card class are very easy to recreate. They're not hard, and so I hope you enjoy them. So anyway, so just to make sure, all the kits were mailed last week. I believe it was like Saturday last week, so hopefully you should be getting them already, and if not, it should be any time now. The kits look like these. It includes half a pack of the designer series paper that we're using, and then there is two kits here, one from my projects and one from Joey's, because this time we both included our own tutorial, so you can kind of see it. Also, it included a full spool of the new white and gold ribbon, which is this one. This is the one that we're going to be using. And then it had also the pearlized faceted circles. So anyway, so that's what is included. I do have one kit already to go, like ready to go. However, if you're interested in that, it is $67, but I would need to pre-order the, not pre-order, but I need to order the gems and the ribbon because I don't have those. But the kit is pretty much ready to go. So if you're interested in that, let me know. As you're going to see, oh, also, I just want to make sure, if you got your kit, make sure there is a sticker right behind me, or behind this section, where I add the QR code as well as the link so that you can download the instructions. I will urge you to please download your instructions right away, even if you're not going to be placing, or not placing, but cutting all your supplies. Just save them, because you know at some point I might be changing the link provider, I guess, and so some of my links might not be working. So if you have past craft classes, make sure you download them all, because as I make transition, some of the links might not work. You can always contact me, and I do have I can send you the long link, if you will, to be able to send you the instructions. But you know, it's easier if you start downloading all your instructions just in case. All right, what else? Like I said, we're going to be making, so the card class is for 8 cards, different foam folds. All of them are different. Although I got to say that I got a chuckle because one of the cards, one of the cards kind of look very similar. It's not the same, but it's very similar. And I thought it was funny because we're not consulting each other as to what we're doing as we're designing. We're like have the full freedom. And so when I saw the sample, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks very similar to the one. So we were thinking along the same line. So anyway, one of your cards will be similar, not the same. You're going to see they're different foam folds, but they do have almost the same feel. So you got to tell me which one you like the most. Let me know who is watching. Also, let me go to the other phone just so that I can see you and read you. If you are part of the craft alone, let me know. I did email also all the instructions. So if you check your email, if you bought the class or the tutorial, I just email also the tutorials as well, just to make sure you have them. But again, in your kits, there is a sticker for you to have them. And for those of you who only got the tutorial, then I just mail them both to you. Let me go back to the Facebook just to make sure. Hi, Paula. It's nice seeing you here. By the way, I'm going to be, like I said, this is a craft alone, so I'll be today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Today is 12:30 here. I don't know what time it is for you, but it is 12:30 PST. Tomorrow and Sunday, my plan is to be doing this around 10 a.m. so that the kiddos are upstairs and not really making a lot of noise. But we'll see how that goes. It might be slightly earlier if I can. But I'll keep you posted. But right now, at least the plan is around the 10 a.m. just to make sure there's not so much noise. But, you know, sometimes things happen, right, or change around here with the little ones. Alrighty. Hi, Patricia. Alrighty. Another thing just to note real quick is that when you place an order with me that is $50 between now and Friday, February 13th, you can get the tutorial for the cards. And again, it's 8 cards that we have in the kit. And there's 2 bonus card ideas in the tutorial. So you get a total of 10 phone folds, all different phone folds. And it has instructions, measurements, and the pictures. And then, of course, you'll have this video, right? You can watch this video where we'll go over how to make them. I honestly prefer always video tutorials because I feel like I can explain more, and I'm more of a visual person, so I feel like I might explain better than written instructions, just because written instructions, I feel like you don't see all the steps, I guess. So anyway, but you let me know. This one, like I said, you have written instructions, and then you have the video tutorial. And so if you order this $50 or more this week, you'll get the full tutorials for both of the classes. And if you order $75, then you'll get a kit in the mail to make the cards. It will be just enough for you to make the cards. So it will include the ribbon, the designer's newspaper cutout, the cardstock. However, anything that goes from the bundles, you should have them. So anything of that will not be cut out, right? Anything that is not on the bundle, like for instance, circles, right? Circles are not, I will be cutting out that for you. But if it is part of the bundles, then you will have to have those bundles to cut it or substitute something you already have, either labels or the images. All right, so that's, but like I said, you get that. We will not be including gems for that just because I don't like cutting all the gems. And anyway, so gems, but you can sub any other gems. I feel like we have a really good array of options for you to put in your cards, okay? They're not like specific for these cards. Of course, the ones that we selected are part from the suite. But if you put some other gems, it will look fine. So gems are not included, but everything else will be included. All right, and it will be for all 8 of the cards. So orders of 75 will get a full kit in the mail. All right, and again, orders should be placed between now and the 13th, just to make sure, you know. Hi, Julie. Hi, Christine. Hi, Jane. Nice seeing you here. Alrighty, and last but not least, I just want to make sure you know we are going to have today, what is today? I don't know. Is the 6th? Today, I think, is the 6th or the 5th. Anyway, the 7th of February is the last day to get into the card club. So if you haven't seen it, make sure, or if you haven't registered, make sure you register before now and the 7th. Because the 7th is the last day to get the February kit. The next kit is featuring the Easter Bunny, so I think you're going to love them. I'll show the cards later on, but for right now, because we're still in the cycle for February, I just want to make sure you see them. It's featuring the Greenery Lane. Now, this is my program where you get a card kit in the mail every month. It is a subscription program. You pay $45 each month. You can cancel at any time. And when you stay with me for 6 consecutive months, then you get an extra goodie. So like I said, this is the one for last month, or sorry, for this month. It will include the the glossy dots. I don't know, these dots, the ones that had the pink and the petunias. I think there's like a blue and green, which go really well with this one. I thought, give me a second, I'm gonna need to take some water. Sorry. And also the Secret Sea ribbon. It's one of the new ribbons if you see. So anyway, so I think you're gonna love the cards. Anyway, so and like I said, you just need to sign up between now and the 7th. If you sign up by the 8th, then you're gonna be getting the card kit for March, which again is the one featuring, or will be featuring, the Easter bunnies. What else? Once you sign up, like I said, it's a subscription. You can cancel anytime. You can read more information about it at creatingwithali.com/card club. You can read all the information there. You can subscribe there. And there's also a form for you to let me know where do you want me to mail your kit. So very important. Please fill out that form, because otherwise I use whatever is on the PayPal account, and you know, sometimes it's not the latest and greatest of the address. So please make sure that you fill out that Google form, again, in the same page, creatingwithali.com/card club. All right. And then if you're interested, if you're not in the States, you can always purchase the tutorials from my classes. they're there. So you can, again, check creatingwithali.com/shop, and then you get all the classes there. You can see which classes I have already uploaded so that you can buy them. So anyway, and then apart from that, I just want to make sure you know we are planning 2 more craft alongs with Joey. Like I said, I am enjoying playing with her a lot. I feel like her designs are really cute, and we're working well together. So at least right now we are doing more. We're going to have one for this month, and then we also decided to do one for March featuring a new suite that is coming in March. So I'll show you real quick the cards. I am in love with how they look. So stay tuned. This is something else coming up, but that one is for March because we can pre-order as demonstrators, but we cannot purchase for customers just yet. So it will be released in March. All right. So just wanted to give you a sneak peek as to what is coming up, and then we go from there. All right, let me flip the camera. Oh, and I totally forgot. Before we continue, just a quick pick or a quick reminder. We are, right now, we are having the incredible promotion for the starter kit where you get the stamp positioner for free. So when you get the starter kit, you join our teams, but you also get this free tool. Now, what that is in the starter kit, you pick $125 worth of products, whatever you want from our store, and you only pay $99. You don't pay shipping, so it's only $99 plus tax. You get $125 worth of products, and for the month of February, so all the way through March the 2nd, you'll get a free positioner that you're gonna love. This is our new tool for aligned stamps, and we have the 2-step stamps. I think this is going to be amazing, to be honest, for the larger images as well, for like the background. I feel like because you can press, I think this will be really good. I'll be trying to use it more on my video so you can kind of see it, but like I said, I just don't want you to miss it because it's only through February, or actually through March the 2nd, but it's, you know, it's February. So join. I'll be, like I said, I'll be sending more information on my email. Make sure you click on that. You can join my team. And like I said, I think it's going to be amazing that you get this new tool for free. So anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera. Where is my camera? Okay. Oh my gosh, we'll see. Give me a second. This is where I think we have now space. Hi Cindy, hi Julie, hi Marilyn. Nice seeing you all here. All right, so I have here. So the bundles on this suite, we have 2 bundles in this one. I would suggest to have both of them. This one is just amazing because you have all the labels. And if you know me, anytime we're playing with the sketches, I feel like labels is the thing that makes your cards look different. So this is one of those that I just love. I'll show you here, like I said, this is a sneak peek of one of the other cards, but I'll show you how labels are always, oh, where is this card? Is this one. See, I've used it for something else, and again, very different. So I feel like labels, it's one of those things that anytime there's a new dice with labels, you should be grabbing it because it will help you create different cards or different looks. And again, definitely one of the features, my favorite things from here is just the label. So this is one of those that is really great. There's some leaves as well, great large sentiments, but the labels for me is what really sealed the deal. And so you're gonna see me using them throughout the cards during this craft along. And then we have this beautiful floral set, which I'll be honest, this is more, it feels like it's more for like weddings, anniversaries, you know, and of course this is the month of love, so it makes sense, right? I know my brother's wedding date was on February 14th, so I think this is really great for that. But the flowers in this kit are just great, and they're going to be able to help you to decorate a lot of different cards, right? What I also love about this one is that you have the versatility of doing different things. You can stamp them white and color the images that cut them. You can stamp them with the same color and then just do some shadowing, right? So you don't have to be coloring a lot and still have a beautiful flower. Or you can put together with the standalone flowers, which we've done, hi Sonia, which we've done in some of the cards this time. So you're gonna see how cool it is playing with these, because apart from the sentiments, I think the flowery images that you get here are just the best, because I feel like, again, you can do so much with that. And it is actually a really large flower, to be honest, same as this one. You can see it's a large flower, so it helps you make those focal points for your cards really cool. And you can make them for lots of occasions, right? Like, this doesn't have to be a wedding type of card or a wedding wedding sentiment. You can change with like birthday, for instance, Mother's Day. So you can do lots more things because it's flowers. Now, there are different sentiments, of course, that are not really related to weddings, like holding you in my heart. I think that one is great for like friendship cards. And then thinking of you. I think thinking of you, more and more I've been loving making, just because I like to send those cards just for any occasion, right? Like, just because I'm just thinking about you. And it doesn't have to be something sad. It just could be like, I'm happy for you. I'm just thinking, something. So make sure you also start sending cards to your loved ones and let them know that you've been thinking of them. So this is great to have. All right. So from the kit, like I said, I'm going to be making 3. I have my first, this is me. Yeah. This is, my first 3. I have 4 actually. So let's just do these 3. The first 3 that I have. This is what we're going to be making. And tomorrow I'll do another 3. And then the following day we'll only be doing 2. I will be showing you my bonus card as well. I do have my bonus. I don't have the one that Joey created, but I do have mine. So I'll show you that one so you can see how it opens. All right. And like I said, the PDF from this class does have the measurements and written instructions. So you could have that. But the video, I feel like that's when you're going to be getting the more step-by-step of how to assemble. I feel like, at least for me, it's always easier. So anyway, so we have a piece of Calypso Coral. And this one is 7 1/4. And you're going to be scoring it at 4 1/4. Okay? So where is my phone folder? So you can start from 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then just cut a 1 1/4 here, and then you're done. Okay. Then we have a piece of basic white. This is one of those foam folds that I love to use a lot. Now this one is 4 by 5 1/4. So it's our regular. I'm gonna move this here for a second. I have here 2 labels. Now when I look into these labels, let me just tell you which ones there are. So, oh my gosh. This is from the largest to the smallest one. This is the second one. And then this one will be the third one, right? From largest to smallest one, this will be the third one. I did cut out this one from my designer series paper. And then this one is just from our old olive cardstock. All right. So we're going to be gluing those 2 together. And then we have 2 pieces of designer series paper. One, oh my gosh, I keep moving. I'm going to try to move this one higher. It's too low for me. And so every time I move my hand, I am hitting it. All right, so hopefully that's better. Hopefully it gives me more range. I'm still trying to get used to my new setup, and you can tell I'm not that successful. And then this one, let me get my ruler. I think it's 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, but let me get the ruler just to make sure. So let's see. Yep. It's 2 7/8 by 5 1/8. I'm sorry, by 5 3/8. So it's only going to be 1/8 of an inch smaller. You know, if it was 1/4, then it will be the 2 3/4. But no, I just want to have a small section. And then you have this one that is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yes. Okay. Which is gonna go on this side. Okay, so this is how it's gonna start looking. See, beautiful. Then I die cut already. Now, when I was designing, these are just the scraps that I have that we'll be using. But anyway, when I was designing, I had this one as crumb cake. However, when I made the card, I felt like crumb cake was too subtle, and so I decided to go for your kids with the, what is this color? Pecan pie. So yours are going to have the correct color, but when I was designing, and of course, when I'm designing and I know it's going to be a craft alone, I'm start cutting twice of everything because I know I'll need one for the video. Anytime I do my designing, right? it's I'm making the card as I go. So anyway, for a craft alone, usually I am cutting twice just to make sure I have those pieces already ready for me. So this one, as you can see, I started with crumb cake. However, it's too soft. And so for your kids, you're going to have the pecan pie. Now, in my case, because I have this one, I decided let's just bring pecan pie and then color it. So anyway, it will look fine. And you can see this is what I did on this one. And you can't tell it was crumb cake, right? I just color it. So we're going to be doing that one. Give me a second. So we're going to get our pecan pie and we're just going to color it. Anytime you have an issue like that, just color it. It will be okay. You know what? Let me also, I'm going to open my window here for a second. I think I'm going to get more light. Much better, I think. Maybe. I feel. All right, so now, like I said, we're just going to get our pecan pie. And again, you shouldn't be able to do this, or you shouldn't be doing this, because in your kit, you did get the pecan pie, so you don't have to be doing this. But in my case, like I said, I started in my mind with, let's put this one, and then I changed my mind. And instead of cutting another piece, I'm like, I'll just color it. That's okay. It will be fine. So if you ever have that situation, just color your cardstock and you will be fine. Also, you can die cut it in white and do the same thing, you know? So, and no one will know. Just you. So anyway, so we have that. Now, so this is how it looks. See that? So we have that one. Now for these ones, these are cut out from our die set. I'll show it here. So these are two. You just cut one and one of each. And for this one, what I decided to do is bring our blending brushes and then add a little bit of extra color for the edges. Okay, just to get a little bit of pop. And believe it or not, I haven't found yet my glass mat. Can you believe that? So we moved in November, and as I've shared, I haven't finished unboxing, I should say, not unpacking, but unboxing. There's still lots of boxes that came from my craft room, and we haven't found my glass mat, which is crazy, right? So anyway, if you have your glass mat, this will be much easier. I feel like you get a smoother thing, but if you don't, use a paper and start off so that you get that blush here, and then just start going from there. Okay, but make sure you start off and then onto your cardstock. Be also gentle. There is like other pieces here, right, that you don't want to go too strong, because you will curl it or you will fold it in ways that you are not intending. So just add some color, and you can tell just on these two, right, one with color and one without, so you can see how beautiful they look. It's a little bit subtle, but it still looks really nice. All right, so we're gonna be doing the same with this. So anyway, I know, I know for us also, one other thing that we've been looking now that we are unpacking still, or unboxing, I should say. It's not unpacking, it's unboxing. It's the we have a recipe notebook that my mom made us, you know. Anytime we were like, oh, we like this, so she would write it on our notebook. So we have a recipe notebook, and we still haven't found it yet. We know it's here. We know we brought it, so it's not like it stayed in Dallas or anything like that, but we're still trying to find lots of things. And so anyway, I just feel it's funny because it's been a while, and we know we're looking for it, but you know, there's lots of things, you know, that I don't know. we haven't found. We're still hunting for them. Kids are still looking for a lot of their toys. So anyway, it's just crazy how this works. But anyway, I'm sure little by little we'll get there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like so. Now, for your cards, I would suggest you do both. Oops, sorry. You cut out both the small and the large one. So from the set, you're gonna be doing these two and these two, and then do the same thing. I've already assemble those, which we're going to be doing here. And then we also need to be doing the leaves. So for the leaves, so I have this. So let's just assemble this. I'm not having all these pieces all over. But for this, you just match them, you know, like maybe like so. And I don't know if I want that one underneath or, ooh, I think I like this one better this way. Again, they look exactly the same, just put them however you like them. But I feel like I like that one better. So I'm gonna have that. And then for this, right, I only need to add some glue dots here. So like 2 glue dots. So very easy. Like I said, I love the versatility of this set because it gives you different options on the flowers. And this is like one of the flowers that you can create. But like I mentioned, you can also color, which we're gonna be doing that on the card class. Where some are colors, some are tone on tone, stamped, so you can see them. Anyway, I feel like you're gonna enjoy that. And then as far as the leaves, we're gonna stamp with Old Olive. And I need the stamp. I don't think I mounted anything. So we're gonna go with these ones. And then we're also going to be needing the Thinking of You. Oh, where's that one? Yeah, Thinking of You. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this one already on a block. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put it like so. All right. And I'm going to bring my blends. I have the Old Olive. And I'm just going to add a little bit of color, right? You can skip this. You can skip this part, but you can also add it. So I'm using the dark. And I'm just adding a little bit here and there. And then with the lighter one, and as they dry, you're gonna see that you're not gonna see that much of a color. We're gonna let it dry. It's just to add a little bit of this one. I don't want to do a whole section. And you're gonna see how little by little it's gonna be kind of drying a little bit. And again, you can do it or not do it. Oh, sorry. See, it's still too close to my face, I think, this one. Okay, and I'm gonna I'm gonna let it dry for a second here. All right, so right now it seems. Oh, hi, Lorraine. So right now it looks dark. You're gonna see that it's gonna start like fading away. Now, if you want, you could also only use the light version rather than dark and light. It's softened also, but I feel like sometimes with the dark you can see a little bit more of, a little bit more of the shadowing. So I wouldn't hesitate doing that. So while this is drying, let's start putting things together. We do have to die cut it, so let's die cut that already. Oh, did I bring my die cutting machine? What did I do with that? I know I had it here. Give me a second. Oh, it's here. Give me a second. I'll put it in here. Okay. I'm like, I knew I had it. And I'm like, what did I do with it? You know? All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this one. And where is the die? Okay, we're gonna line it up. Time you do this, I use the Post-it tabs, so they're not moving around. Okay. I'm gonna leave this one here. And you can reuse your tabs for a little bit, I would assume that, I don't know, 5 to 6, you can use it. I'll put this one's here. So anyway, so we have these. This is how it's looking so far. See that? Oh, gotta be careful here. And then I've die cut those. Okay, the little flowers, and then one of these. Okay, you could also, I've seen where people die cut just these and then like on a Musimedo and then use this one like so. Like that also could be. Like I said, you have multiple options. I just wanted a set leaf for this one. Okay, so, oh, I forgot to stamp also the sentiment. So for the sentiment, we had a scrap of basic white. Wish. We're gonna stamp with the what is this? Early espresso. I should probably put something. Okay. And I'm gonna be cutting out around it. So, like I said, I just have a scrap. Give me a second. Where is my cleaner? I also had my cleaner and I don't see it. Oh gosh. I'll have to check what I did with it because that one I will need. That one I know we'll need at some point. Like I bring everything and then I miss everything right as we are here. Okay, we'll look for it, but I don't like having all the stamps theory here because you know me, I'm a mess and I'll be messing up something here. Ooh, I don't have scissors either. Okay, let me grab scissors. Like, oh, here. I'm like, I know, like, what happened? Like, I knew I had it. So anyway, for this one, you're just gonna go around the sentiment. I would curve this one better. There you go. So this is how it looks. You can make it, you can go as much as you want, but I think this is good. As long as it's kind of the same, it's fine. You can see it's not too hard, not too complicated. All right. So, let's bring this. And we're gonna go ahead and glue this one. All right, and I'm gonna be adding this one here. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here. And this is gonna go flush on the right side. And then, you know me, I always have a little bit of an extra in case I go cricket or something. So just cut it out if that's you too. And then for these two pieces, before I do anything, for these two pieces, I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this together. And then have this one come this way. Okay, once I have these, I'm gonna put my flour just to see about how much do I need. See, so I could, because I need to fold something for here to make it a flap, right? Like a gate, if you will. So I could probably do something around this time, around this section to fold it. Okay, so, and the other thing is I try to kind of visualize it here as well. Anytime I am designing, I kind of go, see, like, I don't want to go all the way here, but like if I have it this way, right, which is about, I don't know, half an inch, right? Maybe a little bit more. If I come from here, like 3/4 of an inch. So we're just gonna be making that fold and then glue it on this one behind it. So we're gonna bring our trimmer. And literally it's just, you know, kind of eyeballing it, right? So it's about, I'm gonna do it, you know what, let's just use this as a reference. So these little, I don't know, notches or however you call those things, just make sure you're using the light one rather than the dark ones. You're not cutting it, you are scoring it, so you have something like that. And I probably should have done it this way, but that's okay. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and have this way, okay? And at this point then, right, at this point, we're gonna be adding this one right here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and add adhesive here. See, like probably need to add a little more adhesive there just to make sure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the adhesive to put it on my car. Okay, so now this one is gonna go like so. Okay, and so what ended up happening is that you have this flap, right? So look how easy this is, don't you think? All right, so once you have that, you definitely want to make sure you burnish well. And the same thing here. So it's just to make sure all is good here. All right, now for the inside of the car, what I did is I put one of these and have it like so. And I can actually put it this way. I like this one better this way. Like this for my insert. Then I have still space for me to address the card. So I'm going to be using my liquid Tombow. And I'm going to start with this one. And I just change it to one of these bottles. Okay. I recently found it and I'm so excited I did, because I feel it's easier for me to put these pieces with the with this bottle, you know. And so now I'm gonna be doing the same. Okay, so I have that. I'm gonna let it dry for a second. Let me close this one. Okay, and then for this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and add this one like so. And then this one will go right here. Okay, so this one goes like this. Okay, something like that. And once I have it this way, I'm actually gonna pop up. Is that right? Did I pop it up? I think I did. Yeah, okay. I'm like, did I do that? I did. So I probably then will be adding a little bit of adhesive here in this section. Just be careful and kind of hide it. Okay, and then we're gonna be adding dimensionals, but what you need to be careful is not to be adding adhesive where it sticks to this one, because then you're not gonna be able to open it. So just put it from this section to that section, okay? So that's something just to be mindful, especially for if you're like me, where you put a gazillion of dimensionals, right? You want to be careful with how you're putting those dimensionals. But I feel like we can add one here, and then one here, and then a bunch of little ones on this section. Just make sure you're not gonna see them. So place them in ways where they're not gonna show up. Or we might have to be cutting out some, you know? That's also a possibility. Alright, I feel like you don't really see them. Oh, this way. You don't see them. This one you can see a little bit, so I'm gonna need to move this one a little bit more towards the side. Where's my trash can? Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add this one right here. Yep, they don't show. Okay, and then for this one, I'm gonna be adding this one with dimensionals. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add dimensionals on this one. Okay, oh, sorry. I keep moving I think it's too low this time. All right, and then I'm going to be adding this one somewhere here. Okay, once you have that, we're going to bring our gems. And then we're gonna be adding some here. So I went with the kind of like the white. We have like a petal pink, white, and calypso coral. So I'm gonna be using the white ones for the center section. Okay, and then we can add whichever color you want. I could probably go again with the white ones just because I feel like I have a lot of those still. And there you go. Right, so here's how it looks, and then look how beautiful this opens. Very fancy, don't you think? Very easy also, as you can see. It looks really nice. I think the designer's newspaper makes the whole thing. And see how the leaves start to kind of go better, right? Like you don't really see those harsh lines. You see some shadowing, which I really like. Now, when I did my sample, I think I've only used the lighter one to see the sample. It's just the light one, not the darker one. You still see some of that coloring. I actually like seeing the dark as well, just because it gives me, you know, more shadows on the leaves. But anyway, it's up to you, however you want to do it. But see this. What do you think? You like it? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna go with another card. What time is it? All right, I might need to cut these to 2 cards, and maybe we do 3 cards and 3 cards. The only reason is because this is my lunch time. And so I have to go back to work before too late. So let's do this one. And then tomorrow we'll do the other. We're going to be doing 3 and 3. So this is going to be my day that we only do 2. And then tomorrow I'll do 3 and 3 for Sunday. Okay? Just because, again, I do have to run. It's all okay. It's all okay. All right. So I have this thing here. Okay. So for this one, we have our piece. I think this is, let me just check. This is 5.5. In this section, so it's 5.5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 1/4. Okay, and then you're scored at 5.5. Okay, and you can see it because this is 8.5. So you can see here where we cut the 1/4 inch on this one. Now this is 8.5 by, I think this is 3. So, okay, so 3 by 8.5, and then 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now this one is a score at 5.5, and this one is a score at 4 1/4. Okay, so okay, so this is gonna go like so. Now my designer's newspaper, I have a designer's newspaper, and then this one is 4 by 5 1/4, which is gonna go right inside here. Oh no, I told you wrong. This is not 4. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Because this is also another one that I want to have a small or skinny border. It's just more of the green. So it's only 1/8 of an inch smaller than the background. Okay, this is gonna go like so. Then I have designer's newspaper. This one is 4 1/8 by 2 7/8. And then for this one, we have one that is 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so all of them have 1/8 of an inch. It's 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is gonna go like so, and then this is gonna go like so. And I might put this ones because I have these flowers. I don't know. Do I want them this way? Maybe. Or do I want them this way? In a way, it feels like they kind of follow. So I might go this way just because you're not really gonna see as much, but anyway, you can pick it this side. But I feel like it kind of brings like these flowers are here, yeah. So okay, and then this one is 2 3/4 by 4, and this is going to be the inside. I did see I had a small piece, yeah, this piece, and this was just a scrap that I had. So this is a 1/2 of an inch by, should be 2 and 3. Yeah, 2 3/4, which we're gonna be adding it somewhere here for our card, and then the scraps for stamping, our sentiment, and everything else. Okay. So this is gonna be another way to create your flowers. So let's just go ahead and do the stamping first, and then we'll assemble as we let the leaves dry again, because we're gonna be doing almost exactly the same for that part. And then let's go do this one. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna be using the large flower on the stamp set. And we're gonna be using tone on tone. So for this one, we're gonna bring petal pink, and we are stamping on petal pink. Okay, petal pink on petal pink. So this is how it's gonna go. Okay. And then I'm gonna take a little bit. I feel like I use like the lighter one, but I only have this one, so I'm just gonna go with this. I'm just coloring those dots like on their center. Okay, so I'm just doing that, and then I'm gonna bring the petal pink again. Now this one is the dark and the light, so I'm gonna be using the dark, and I'm gonna be coloring like these sections. I feel like those sections should be like where the flower folds, you know, like I'm just using the darker one there. I feel like that's it. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of where, you know, where there is a leaf on top of the other one, on the one on the back, that's when I am adding a little bit of shadows, okay? Because there should be like a shadow from the petals on top, if that makes sense. All right. Okay. And then once you have those, then I'm going to bring the lighter one, and then I'm going to soften. And I'll show you here. It's going to be the same thing. Once it dries, it looks much better. And then I'm just going to be And notice that I'm not coloring too much. I'm just kind of brushing, if that makes sense. Like I'm just, I don't know how you call it, like flickering, or I don't know. Like I'm not going like this. I'm just going more like that, if that makes sense. And again, I don't know the word for that. But I'm just adding like a little bit of shadow here and there. But look, I'll show you the close up. It just looks so much different. Look at this. See that? So you're just adding a little bit more of depth to your flower. So I love that. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing now the same for the leaves. So I have my leaves. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring again the thinking of you. We're gonna be using those again, or that one again. And we're gonna be, we're gonna be coloring this one. This time I'm just gonna go with the lighter one so you can kind of see how it looks, right? All right, and then same thing with this. Like I said, tomorrow I should be back at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you are in Central time, that should be what, like 12. If I am at 10, it's 12. And then standard time would be, EST will be like at 1. Is that right? Yeah, 1. Because there's like 3 hours difference now. This specific time is messing me up all the time still, you know? All right, so this one, like I said, it's gonna be very subtle as well. Different from like the other one where you can see more of the shadows, but it still looks nice. So we're gonna see it when it dries. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and cut out these. And like I said, I will gonna cut it to 2 cards today, because I need to go back to work, you know? This was my lunchtime. Okay. So now let's go ahead and die cut these 2 pieces also, and then we're ready to assemble our card. Where is we have the leaves here, and then we have the flower. Let's do that. And then for this, we have okay. Okay. Let's take the tabs. Like I said, you can reuse this for a little bit. I would have said that, I don't know, 5-6 times maybe. Sometimes more. Once they're not as sticky, you have to change them because your dies will shift and, you know, it will cause more frustration. So anyway, just make sure I put this one's in place. Okay. And then we're gonna start putting our pieces together. Again, when you place an order that is $50 or more, you'll get the tutorial, both tutorials for 10 cards, with all the measurements and instructions. And now you have also the tutorial. And if your order is $75 or more, then you also get the card kit to make these cards. Now, everything will be already cut out except for the things that are from the bundle. You should have the bundle to cut out all your pieces, and that could be part of the things that you order when you're placing your order. Or you can also solve to anything that you already have, okay? But you'll get the ribbon, the designer series paper, enough to make your cards, as well as the cardstock. The only thing that is not included is the gems. You know, just because it's a hassle being cutting all these gems. But again, you can use any other gem that you might have, okay? So this is gonna go right here. Hi, Helen. It's nice seeing you here. I love this designer series paper. This is one of my favorites. This pattern, I should say. Well, a lot of them. But this is one of those designer series paper that you have the gold foil on one side and then another one that does not have it, you know? So it's kind of cool. It's hard for you to pick which side you want to use, to be honest. All right, so then this one is gonna go right there. And like I said, I do have one kit available, kind of like the same way of the card, where it has half a pack of the designer series paper, the both kits to make the cards. I do need to order still the ribbon and the gems, but so I will be mailing it as soon as I have those. But everything else is already ready to go. So if you're interested in getting a card kit, a complete card kit, kind of like the same as the people who took the class is doing, you can let me know. It is $67, so let me know. I'll send you a PayPal link. And there you go. I can let you have that one. And then for this one, this time I went with this one glued out, you know, instead of popped up, and then I am popping up the whole thing here. So again. Okay. So now for this one, we're gonna go ahead and put the dimensionals. Okay. And I feel like I might need two little ones. Like somewhere here, there, and here. Ooh. Okay, so now let's go and remove these things. Okay, there you go. So now I'm going to go ahead and add this one here. And we're going to be adding our gems. So for this one, where are the gems? Oh, here. I'm like, where are the gems? For this one, I went with the with the calypso corals. So I'm going to be adding, I'm going to change it a little bit here. Oh. Depending on where you have the space. So I might have it on this section for this one. And I'll have the other ones right here. So just put them randomly in your cart wherever you have the space. I might put, so we can add more, like somewhere here. And I think that's it for mine. I don't have as much on this one. So here's how it looks. Look at this, right? And look how different, right, it looks from this one with the die cuts. So like I said, the set is very versatile. I can also stamp these on basic white and then color the whole flower. But I tend to use tone on tone. It looks amazing, as you can see, and just do less of the coloring. So anyway, so it's up to you, whichever your preference is. Like I said, I'm going to stop today until here. I'll do 3 tomorrow, 3 of the cards tomorrow, and then 3 the next day, mainly because I did have to run back to work, because this was my lunchtime. So anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed. I hope to see you tomorrow. Like I said, for tomorrow and Sunday, my intent is to do this at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So that should be 12 in the Central time and 1 o'clock on the Eastern time. And so, like I said, you can get the card kit in the mail to make the cards. It is a craft along, so we're going to be making 8 cards total. The tutorial does have 10 cards total. Orders of $50 between now and February 13 will get the free PDF to make the cards. And again, there's 2 PDFs. And then orders of $75 will get the card kit to make it. The only thing that is not included is the gems. But again, we don't send stamp images. I won't be sending anything from the tutorials. Sorry, from the bundles. But hopefully you can get those as part of the ordering incentive. So thank you so much. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know, what do you like best? Do you like a color flower versus a die cut flower? I think they both look different. They both look pretty. And also let me know which fun fold was your favorite tonight. Number 1 or number 2. Both of them are super easy. And I feel like you can recreate this with any suite or any sort of products that you may have. So anyway, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Bye for now, okay? Have a good rest of the Friday.